What is going on, guys? Thursday morning, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Look out there. Rained all day yesterday. God, starting Monday, it's going to rain every day next week. Well, let me show you what we are working on today. Oh, you're going to love this. This is my life now. Pa-pow! He said he let it sit for a couple of years in his yard because he bought a new one. He said it ran good when I parked it, so we're gonna find out. And just take a quickie little looky. This is a Briggs and Stratton. This is a TroyBilt mower, TB360. That's the professional series, 190cc. Yeah, this one's professional. It's all metric for some reason. He said it ran though. The pull starter broke off of it, no handle. I guess I'll just have to set it on fire, let it burn for a few minutes before I can get to it. Burn all that pine straw. I bet that's a whole half a bale of pine straw right there. I'm gonna put that in the yard. Oh, let's take a gander at it. Yep, look at there. Damn blades on upside down. Pine straw string wrapped around it. Ooh, crusty. Well, we're gonna go through this thing and I'm gonna see if it runs. Hang with. Well, let's see. The first thing I'm gonna do is clamp that handle back for the zone control cable. I'm gonna give it a pull. Make sure it ain't locked up. Make sure it ain't locked up. Okay, it pulled over. Feels like it's got some compression. Okay. Alright. We'll have to put another starter handle on it. Okay. Let's see this damn pine straw off of it. Get to it. Let's see. Well, the gas smells fresh. Of course, the first thing folks do is put fresh gas in it, see if it cranks. Now they put the fresh gas on top of all that crap that was already in it from 2 years ago. Let's take the air filter cover off and see what's in there. Well, the air filter looks pretty good. Not all crusty like the rest of it. Okay, well, let's see. I'm gonna pull this air cleaner housing off, get to the carburetor. There's a little hose back there behind it. You gotta disconnect that hose. And of course it was missing one of the little bolts. Gasket's bad. I'm sure there's some creepy crawlies hiding in there just waiting to bite me. Well, looking down the barrel of the carburetor, it looks pretty darn clean in there. Yeah. Let me pull the housing off of it. That plastic cover. Get to the meat and taters of this thing. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this starter off. Because I'm gonna pull that fuel tank off. Because I have got to turn it upside down and drain it. Turn it upside down and drain it. Watch out for the creepy crawlies. Keep your eyes open, fellas. Don't look too awfully rusty in there. Just got a lot of debris sitting on them pine trees. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna grab a 3/8. I'm gonna pull the fuel tank off. There's a 3/8 bolt just like in a quantum engine. It reminds me a lot of the quantum engines. It uses the same carburetor and fuel tank mount's kind of the same. Let's see, where's the other bolts at? We're gonna have to take that off. We'll have to take that off. And that's going to be a deep well head, 13 millimeter. It feels real rusty, crusty. I'd be nervous about doing that. I mean, you'll breaking things off in the block. We'll all be looking for a job. Okay, fuel tank is. Let's see, I'm gonna take that fuel line off. I got pretty high hopes for that carburetor. I really, really do. I really do. I'm gonna get fooled though, like I sometimes do. Get that hose clamp off there. Come on. Give the fuel line a twist. And give it a pull. Easier said than done. Come out of there. Look real close for creepy crawlies. Grab a screwdriver. God, I'm so exhausted. It's been such a busy year. Even cutting back on my shop hours, I'm still just exhausted all the time. Come out of there, little fuel line. Pull that sucker. Oh, there we go. It's seized in there. Make sure there's no creepy crawlies on this thing. Ew. All right, let's use one of my cling pans and see what we got in here. Yeah, you can tell he just put fresh fuel in it. But what's on the bottom? Oh, look at all that water. Yep. Lots and lots of water. I think a customer just pulled up. I heard a door slam. I try to keep my gate closed because I'm worried about them undesirables coming around. Anyway. Most of this debris in here probably fell off the outside of the fuel tank. I ain't gonna take that into consideration. But I want to walk out here and look at the water in the bottom of this thing. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's got to be 4 to 5 ounces of water in this. Man. Yeah, look at there. All this water. Now, set this somewhere out of the way. I know I'll end up wearing it. Okay, let's get this carburetor off. Let's see, we're gonna take that off. That's gonna stay with it. This is what sets your operating RPM. You could bend this, lower and raise the RPMs. That's what this is. And this is just an automatic choke return. That spring is. That can set off over there. That's gonna end up falling off. No, it ain't. Okay. That just lifts off. Change sockets again. 8 millimeter, they used to be 3/8 on the Quantum. That wasn't very tight. I can see some crustiness in there. These 2 mounting bolts out. Break that loose. Come on, Mr. Gasket, let go. There you go. Trying to be my best friend. Get that spring out of there. I feel like I'm working out in the yard, all this dang pine straw. Let's see, that will unhook from there, and there we go. Let's see if I can get that gasket off without destroying it. Looks like a spider web up inside of there where it mounts to the block. That's awful strange looking. What is all that? Is that mildew? Where's my screwdriver? What is all that? I can't tell if that's mildew or a funnel spider web or what. Oh well. See if we can get this gasket off here without destroying it. It's halfway off now, so. Yep, there it goes. Throw it right off. Yeah. Now let's get this bowl off here. It looks like it's going to be a 14 millimeter. Oh, 13 millimeter. Nope. Nope. What size is that? It is a 14 millimeter. Everything's metric. Let's let some of this stuff out of the way. Oh, hang on to it. Yeah, this carburetor I think is going to be full of water. Ooh, yeah, look at there. Agua. It's full of water, but it's not corroded. Okay. Oh, I stand corrected. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Look at that. I am going to try to clean that. I'll just put another bowl on it. I believe I've got plenty of those bowls. Look at that, it's just muddy water, rusty water. It really don't look that bad except for the float itself. And that'll just clean right off. But I'm worried about that needle and seat. I'm worried about that getting that pin out of that float. Is it rusted in there? Nope, look at there, come right out. Shoot, we're getting all kinds of lucky. You can see where the level was. And this float kept the level from rising and rising and getting up in it. Needle looks clean. The seat looks pretty clean. It's just got this layer of goo on there. Let's carry that float over here and put it in the parts washer and see just how easily it'll come clean. Oh yeah. I believe we might get lucky. I only get lucky with lawnmowers these days. Well, that cleaned up pretty good. I bet if this thing set for another 6 months outside, it would have been just absolutely ruined. I believe we might have caught it just in time. Boy, I knocked the hide off my knuckle right there. Everything's crusty. Now I'm going to see what I can do to clean this rust off this aluminum carburetor. It'll come off plastic real good, but it don't like letting go of aluminum too much. Oh, let's see what a little carb cleaner will do. I'm just not touching it. Not gonna touch it. And it just mostly stains, all it is. Yeah, even the seat and everything looks good. I'm gonna put on this. Oh, let me move that damn pan of gas right there. I gotta get this somewhere way out of the way. You just sit over here all by yourself. How many people are cringing watching me do this to a carburetor? Oh, Tom, you can't do that to a carburetor. Line up the hole. This is where we get hit in the eye with it. Get into that Welch blade. Other than that, it looks pretty clean. Kick on, compressor. Turn that back off, we don't need that. Okay, that was Dear Mother asking me what I want for dinner. We are gonna have tuna salad sandwiches. I do like those brass seats with the rubber tip needle instead of that rubber seat. I always hated those things. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do about this darn bowl. Golly, look at that. Look at it. Well, let's take a stroll over to the carburetor section. I'll save all my old carburetors. Every now and then we'll throw a box of them to the recycle guy. Let's just dig through here. Look at there. There's a good bowl. Yeah, there. That's a good bowl. We'll go in here and find us a needle, or a bowl gasket. I don't know if that's the right bowl gasket or not. 281165S. But I believe it's going to be this one. Let's see, I haven't opened that pack yet. Let's see, there's one laying loose in there. One laying loose in there. Some of these aftermarket bowl gaskets you get are just too thick. And I like that gasket right there. Nice clean bowl. New gasket. Let's take a look at this needle. We'll just wash it off a little bit. Wash it off a little bit. Put it back in the float. Put it back in there. Okay, let's see, get your pin back. Looks pretty clean. Come on, get in there, baby. There we go. Looks pretty good. Stick the old bowl on there. I'd compare it to the old bowl, but I ain't touching it. But what I want to do is the very bottom main jet right here, I want to make sure it's not clogged up. They always get clogged up because it's on the very bottom where everything settles. Yep, it was clogged up. You got one that goes straight down, and you got two that goes completely through the side of it. Clean it out. Blow carb cleaner all over your stuff. Looks pretty free flowing to me. Blow it out. Okay. I hope this bowl works. I don't know if it's exactly the same as that one or not. This one looks more shallow. It is more shallow, but the difference is it's indented here, and this one's flat. God, look at that. Look at it. Oh. So I didn't want to touch it. I touched it for you guys. And I'm not putting my impact back on it. Let's see, one thing I want to do, I want to make sure that needle is seating. I want to make sure this bowl is sealed. So I'll just do a simple little quickie little test. Grab us a piece of fuel line. If I can find one, just a little piece. That'll work. A little pressure gauge. Make sure that's closed. Of course, it's not going to work like that. You have to turn it like that. Ooh, that needle ain't seating. That needle ain't seating good at all. That's going to end up leaking, I bet you. Unless it's leaking out of the tool. Not sealed good here around the hoses. Yep, it was the hoses. Look at there, she's holding pretty good. Just the hoses leaking. So I think that needle, I think that needle's gonna seat pretty good. Set this back over there so I don't lose it. Yeah, auto insurance bills do. Who needs auto insurance? Okay, let's put this thing back together, man, and check the oil. Clean that fuel tank, put fuel in it, and see what we end up with. Okay, give a little spring in there where it goes. Come on, little spring. The hole is your home. Are you too good for your home? There, that's going to be right there. That's going to be there with the gasket between. Gasket in between. Put one bolt through it to line it up. I had to put my sweatband on. I had to turn the fan off so you can hear the video. Now I got sweat dripping down my forehead. Okay, we'll stick that back in there. Governor linkage. I should have my tool ready to do this, but I didn't. Alright, let me grab a tool. Change tools. What did I do with my tools? Oh my God, don't use an impact. That's lunacy. Now we'll hook up the spring here. How exactly did that go? It went down through yonder like that and hooked in like that. there's a little hole. Just like that. I don't know how well this thing focuses when I do that. But... Okay, where's the choke? Let's see, that goes like that. Nope, it don't. It goes like that. Let's see, when that thing gets hot, when that muffler gets hot, it pushes that open like that. So you know that's right. Okay, let me check the oil in this thing then, before I go any further. That way we'll know. Yeah, it's black and it's a little low, but it'll run for a minute. And let's see, let's take that gas can, what we do with the gas can. There it is. We know it's about empty now. Let me see if there's any more I can dump out of it. Yep, just a good little swaller there. What I'm gonna do is hold this gas, I'm gonna hold this gas can, I'm gonna this fuel tank completely upside down. See, when you pressurize this tank, besides this little hole where the fuel line is, everything will come out the path of least resistance. So it'll just blow right back out of the cap. And we are drying it out and blow back through it that way a little bit. There's a screen in the bottom of it where that collects. I don't know if you can see that. And the tank is completely dry. So we'll stick that back on there. Put the fuel line on there. I don't know why I'm putting a clamp on there. I don't want it to leak, I guess. Okay. Goes like that. I always start it by hand, especially going in aluminum. Well, you can cross thread that. This one's acting terrible. Make sure it's lined up before you do anything. Yeah, this one's being particularly aggravating. Feels like it's trying to cross thread. Let me blow some air in that little hole. Some debris might have fallen in it. It is not really wanting to go back in there. And all we did was take it out. Let me give it a little, put a wrench on it and see if we can see why she's not wanting to start again. I think she just had a booger on it. Okay. Okay, now put this back on there with a 10 millimeter. There's an 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter. Put the tank bolt back in there. I should have done that first before I put them two top mounts on there. Don't forget your spacer, just like a quantum. God, that washer fell right in the palm of my hand. I thought I got bit. Lord have mercy. Get my head up under there and look. Okay. Put that spacer on there. Put this washer. Back on the bolt. Gotta find the hole because you can't see what you're doing. And we'll make sure it goes back in the hole. Okay, I can feel that as threading. And we'll stick that in there like that. Okay. Okay. Everything's hooked up properly. Throttle. Everything's loose. Nothing's seized. Okay. Three little nuts back on there. Okay, let's put some fuel in it. I just filled these cans yesterday. God, I think they're ready. Get this razor blade out of the way. I'm gonna get cut on that. 5 gallons of gas. Okay, that'll be enough. That covers the bottom of the tank very well. How many of you mechanics back in the day, out of courtesy, would fill it all the way up every time you'd work on one? I used to back in the 90s, back when gas was $1. All they get now is enough to crank it when they come pick it up. Okay, let's give it a minute here to see if that needle seats and she's not going to leak out the vents or anywhere else around the bowl gasket. These vents, bowl vents. Move some of that stuff out of the way so we can see if it lands on the frame. Whew, exciting video. Exciting and new. Let me get everything off the table. I do not crank anything if anything is laying on the table. I don't want to get shot in the damn chest with it, in the gut, anywhere else. She looks pretty dry. She's not leaking. If she was, she would have done it by now. Okay, I'm gonna lower the table, see if she'll crank. That's my shop motto. I'll be the last one to let you down. I'll be the last. Custom pull starter. All right, man. You all ready, fellas? Ha, she runs just like I thought she would.